Oh my god, what just happened? Like, that was mad. I don't know how to feel. What? What? Oh god, I've gone into David Tennant again. People have commented that I keep sounding like David Tennant. Anyway, let's review the thing. First of all, we're gonna talk about that ending because it's literally just happened for me. Bernard Cribbins, that was... I have no words. It was like less than a minute, but it was sweet and beautiful and emotional for me, and yeah, that was fantastic. R.I.P. Bernard Cribbins, you beautiful, beautiful human being. And that ending tease, whilst not the clearest, you know, it wasn't... It didn't give too much away, but seems cool and I'm really excited. Even though, unless it comes up as a story detail, I wish they'd allowed there to be like a gap in between stories. In terms of, we now know, obviously, you know, we knew there was a little bit before the Star Beast, but like, the 14th Doctor didn't exist that long before the Star Beast, and then has gone from adventure to adventure to adventure to regeneration. The 14th incarnation has lasted for about 3 days at most here. Like that's impressively short. Unless the random rumoured thing happens, which apparently is rumoured. Anyway, let's talk about the episode. Honestly, mad. Like, I genuinely, because I just haven't checked, I don't know how people feel about it. I think this is one that's really gonna need a rewatch. Because, you know, I was plodding along, first 10-15 minutes, and thinking, yeah, I'm having fun, but this could pace up a bit. And then we just went on a wild ride with Evil 14 and Evil Donna, and yeah, overall, I really, really enjoyed it. I think it had this story and did it really, really cool and interestingly. Look, I did a tweet going like, oh, the way it's been described, because obviously like Russel kind of like described it as like, oh, this big, dark, scary episode, which it kind of is. It has a lot of those like suspenseful style moments, but it isn't like 100% of that in a way. It's no midnight, no turn left, deep breath. No, not deep breath. Heaven Sent. That's the one. Why did I? They're Capaldi stories. I'll let myself get away with it. They're not like those level, like big, like you know, like terrifying, scary stories. But overall, it was really fun. Also, 14 kind of, you know, 14 being an LGBTQ doctor. There's a little hint there, little bit of mild queer baiting, but then again, no, I don't really want another romantic thing for the Doctor, so it's not really queer baiting, but you know, I enjoyed the nod nonetheless. It was quite fun, certainly for that incarnation. You know, it's quite nice for the Doctor to be kind of like fluid in his sexuality and little things like that, and I think that's an interesting addition to the lore, and something actually that was really good for my dissertation. Actually, I'm currently writing about sexuality in Doctor Who, which is why a lot of these pretentious words are probably floating out of my mouth. Lol. Can we talk about Bernard Cribbins, by the way? That's on my mind a lot. Bernard Cribbins filmed more for Doctor Who, and I hope he's in week 3. I think it's because I wasn't expecting him. I think that's the thing. I really wasn't expecting Bernard Cribbins in this one. I was expecting him next week. So we got him this week, and that was Dead Emotion. And they did a nice tribute thing. Overall, I think this episode is going to spawn a lot of, like, let's be honest, there was Disney money present here, but, like, some of the CG was a little bit, a tinsy bit wonky, which I'll forgive. It was a little bit on the wonky side, but, you know, there was still some fun concepts, and I think this scene is its strength when, like, you know, you've got, like, the mystery elements trying to work out if they've got the right Dr. Donna pairing. I think that stuff's really good. Some of, like, the, you know, the more cartoony, I've got big teeth and I've got big arms, even though when they just started crawling and they were fucking huge, that was mental. That was absolutely bonkers. And yet still really Doctor Who. Also, I love the whole, like, it felt very Good Omens-y. It's probably the David Tennant connection in my head that's making that happen, But the opening where, you know, it's kind of like a little sneak peek of history, you know, something changes. The Doctor influencing historical events I've always really enjoyed, and that kind of comes into that. It's just a cool, quirky, fun scene. David and Donna doing stuff. David and Catherine doing their stuff. We talked about this last time, how I say David and Donna. Go with it. Yeah, that scene, a lot of fun and a great way to begin the episode. Some people may be moaning about cameos, because I know there were like rumoured cameos from this episode. Oh, God. To be fair, I know some of my videos in the past have kind of been like, oh, is it the 60th if we don't have cameos? At this point, I'm just having fun on a Docky Woo based ride. I'm really enjoying myself, and you know, that's all I really need. I also think, and people might disagree with me for saying this, but Russell T Davies deserves props for actively bringing up the Flux. I mean, we know it's been heavily rumoured it's going to be like referenced again and looked at a little bit with Ncuti in Series 14. Like, it's a fine line, because I don't want the show to suddenly, you know, go like, oh, right, no, what is the Timeless Child? Like we can kind of like leave a lot of that stuff like in the past, like reveals-wise. But I still think it's deserving of props. You know, we've had many situations in the past of Who. We've had the TV movie saying that the Doctor is half human. We've ignored it. We initially didn't expect Russell T to, like, you know, go back to it. But as Chibnall is writing has, like, garnered so much respect from, like, some fans, it's really important to then go, some fans really, really enjoyed this, so show it the props it deserves, and deserves in a certain extent. Just go with me. Deserves, and at least acknowledge it, because it might, you know, sow the seeds. Well, I feel like he might be fighting a losing battle, because I think there'll be some fans that really don't want it mentioned, and there'll be some fans that are like, why isn't it mentioned enough? Why aren't we continuing this arc? But I think Russell's walking the fine line in the middle that I personally think is the right way to go. Overall, I might do a second review on this, because not only do I try and get these reviews up quickly for the YouTube algorithm, but also because I feel like I need to, like, watch it again and actually consider my thoughts, because this is an episode that I feel like, on reflection, could be pretty bad. I don't know, I have that little instinct that, like, was I just enjoying the ride, or was it actually as good as I thought it was? Like, I rewatched The Star Beast, and honestly, it was as good as I thought it was the first time, the second time. With an episode with, you know, like some twists, like you don't know what's kind of going on, if you watch it knowing the kind of things that are going to happen, you can like really like settle into it. Maybe I'll find this one terrible. I don't know. Or maybe I'll actually really be able to appreciate what it really is. Right now, it would sit at about an 8. I think I slightly preferred The Star Beast. Maybe. No, this one had Wilf in it. And honestly, Wilf is swaying me so much right now. That's just... Wilf is such an iconic character. I just love Bernard Cribbins. And yeah, that's where we're going to end this review. Please give us a like. Please subscribe. Drop your comments. And if you want to click another video, click that one there. Or just share this review around a little bit. Like if you like this channel and you're my mate, share this video around. And also do this one. Thank you! How long do I have to do the stupid pointy dance for? YouTube's supposed to be like 20 seconds, but like, I'm like a terrible judge of time. So like, I don't know if this is like 20 seconds or if I've waffled about liking and subscribing for 50 seconds. Let's give it a bit more time. Let's give it a little bit more time. Little bit more time. Little bit more time. Okay, that's probably good. That was probably a minute. What am I doing?